Environmentalists who are pushing a green agenda scare tactics. All right, joining us now, we've got him into New York. In the studio, Joe Bastardi from weatherbell.com. John, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I want you to spell it out, clean cut. Now, you call this a global warming scare, you call it a hoax. Okay, we'll take your word for it. How is it hurting the economy? You tell me.
Well, suppose we were just drilling away to our heart's content and we weren't afraid of what oil and fossil fuels can do. You put gas down to $1.50 a gallon from where it is now, that's $500 billion into the economy.
Okay, so global warming stops us drilling to our
Yeah, well, it definitely is hooked up with it.
I agree with you.
And then the EPA running rampant. People are taking businesses across. What's that, another $500 billion? $100 billion going to fight global warming? That's $1.1 trillion. 150 million taxpayers? Guess what? That's about $7,000 a taxpayer. And incidentally, we're also dependent on other people now. Because we don't have our own sources, because we're shutting down here, and we're so concerned with fighting a ghost 50 years from now instead of fighting the problems we have today.
All right, now,
where are we getting?
The other guys, the environmentalists, will come back and say, you say it's a hoax, you say global warming does not exist. Okay, that's where you're coming from. They say, the establishment scientists, they all agree that science is in. There is global warming. We do have a problem. Go.
The fact is they use the word scientists. They don't use people who have to fight every day on the front line and get a forecast right. Listen, the problem with these people is they're more concerned about what's going on 100 years from now than fighting the demons that are in front of us today.
Are you saying meteorologists, weather people on TV like yourself,
yes, sir,
know more than climate scientists in our university?
The climate scientists, you know what we used to say at Penn State back in the 70s? A climatologist is someone who can't forecast the weather. Because what happens is, that's a facetious argument.
Yes, it is.
But what happens is this. They base things on research. I have to research the past to know the future. People in this country have no idea how bad the weather was in the country in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. You heard people going, Irene, it's a sign of global warming. What about Carol in 54, the 44 hurricane, the 1938 hurricane, all these monster storms, the Dust Bowls. So because Americans, as Ann Coulter said, only history began 10 minutes ago, and are not aware of what happened before, they sit there and they accept this. Here's the thing that really bugs them, the global warming agenda. It's 12th. It's dead last on the list of things that we are concerned about. Because the average person intuitively knows that the weather goes back and forth, right? But it's being used as something to shut down the economy, in my opinion.
Yeah, Joe, it is interesting. Sometimes it seems like an epiphany that seasons change. Are you suggesting, though, that maybe these scientists really put this out there, you know, the scare tactics, in part to justify their existence, to keep the funding coming, to keep, because obviously if you say the coast is clear, then what would they do?
Well, I think they should still research things because there's always a chance that something is happening down the road. No one's against that, and I'm not against alternative energy. I want that understood because I don't care.
No one's going to cut your tires in a parking lot.
Yeah, well, it may not cut it here. Who knows? I'm out near Penn State, and that's a mecca of global warming out there. But the fact of the matter is, there seems to be a convergence of the political agenda, research agenda, and this idea that, oh, let's all save the planet, as opposed to confronting the big problems today, and we're taking money out of the economy doing it.
30 seconds left. I think the tide has turned. There are more and more people like yourself who are saying this is not real. They're grinding an axe, and we're dealing with a hoax.
See, Stu, it's a simple process. Over the next 20 to 30 years, let's measure the temperatures objectively by satellite, which we started in the late 70s, and see if they return by 2030, as I predicted, to where they were in 78, because we're changing the cycles in the Pacific, and the wild cards of the solar cycle, the volcanic cycle. Some of these guys that think an ice age is coming, I'm not so sure that's out of realm right now.
Joe Bastardi, thank you very much indeed. You know how to put your opinion.
Hey, and enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got, okay?
Yes, and it'll change in 10 minutes. All right, Joe.